I would share this with everyone, and this is a 2014 Ram 1500 Limited with the air suspension, four-wheel air suspension. And what I had was a pinion that went out. The pinion bearings, both of them went out. They were just absolutely awful. And you can see this is the outer one. The big one that was in the front, the inner bearing, it was just chewed up so bad. When I pressed it off the pinion, it just literally fell apart completely. There was no saving it at all. But it was chewed up even worse. You can see the heat that was generated on this thing. I had to really pound the heck out of it to get this out because it was partially welded. But the funny thing is in the back of this. So here's the new bearing. I ended up ordering all new bearings from Mopar because the thicknesses of the aftermarket were different, and I just didn't want to try and change anything up considering the way that this thing was set up. So on more normal rear ends, you've got the shim that fits right here, and that's how you set your pinion depth. So the shim goes on here like this. As you can see, this is way too big, but the shim goes on there like that, and then the bearing gets pressed on, right over that shim, and they get pressed flat to the pinion, and that sets your pinion depth. Well, on this truck, for whatever reason, they decided to put the shim behind the race, the bearing race. So it goes like this. You go your shim. This is the new shim I ordered because the other one got chewed up pretty good when I was pounding it out. And I thought it was going to be a regular small shim that fits behind the pinion itself, the large pinion bearing, because that's what it showed on the Dodge diagrams at the dealership. But sure enough, when it came in, it was the big one that fits behind the race, just like this. And so you just pound that race in behind the bearing flat, and that actually sets your pinion depth. It's something I've never seen before. I've never run across this in 20 something, almost 30 years of working on cars. But anyways, that's it.